We have been hurt by the Reform Party because their success has been, as you say, meteoric in a very short space of time. And much of our defeat was because of reform. I've lost count of the number of my colleagues who lost their seats in July because they were reformed effectively. This is our fault. The Conservative Party failed to tackle immigration, we failed to cut taxes, and we failed to stand up for common sense, patriotic values. And it's our fault that reform has risen so exponentially. In terms of going forward, if you look at the polling, look at this last poll that came out yesterday. If you take the collective vote share of the Conservatives and Reform, we're approaching 50% of the vote. I think it would come up to 47% or something like that. You can't win an election outright on 25%. And ultimately, I'm someone who really does think that we should do whatever it takes to stop another Labour administration. And if there is territory for agreement and coalition, I don't know what you call it or what form it takes, and these discussions will crystallise nearer the election. I do think that if there is alignment between the Conservatives and the Reform Party at the time of the next election.
Hi everyone, could Reform UK and the Conservatives form an electoral pact for the upcoming local elections or even the next general election? The idea of Nigel Farage and a Conservative leader working together to oust Labour isn't new, especially for those on the extreme right of the Conservative Party. By the way, follow my Facebook page if you haven't already. Former Home Secretary Suella Braverman recently suggested on the Tom Swarbrick show that such a partnership remains a possibility. First of all, Braverman's comments, I can't stand the woman, but Braverman's comments completely disregard the centre-right members of her own party, people who would likely run in the opposite direction from any agreements with Nigel Farage whatsoever. While there may be some in the Conservative Party who favour such a pact, it's unlikely that there's a majority willing to support it. A coalition with Reform UK risks rendering the Conservatives obsolete. If they mimic Farage's policies, what will they even stand for? People are questioning that right now. Braverman's analysis of why the Conservatives have lost power is also way off the fucking whack here, isn't it? She blames the party for not being tough enough on immigration and patriotic values, but makes no mentions of the real issues: the cost of living crisis, Liz Truss's disastrous mini-budget, Partygate, and the overall erosion of public trust. It is as if she's oblivious to the actual reasons behind the party's downfall. And how does she plan to work with Reform UK when a significant part of her own party, a significant portion of her own party, would oppose such a move? And let's not forget Nigel Farage himself. He has been vocal about his desire to destroy the Conservative Party, not partner with it. Farage has repeatedly stated that Reform UK aims to replace the Conservatives, not collaborate with them. Braverman's appeal to the far-right faction of her party might resonate with some, but it risks alienating moderate voters and MPs. Doubling down on far-right rhetoric could sink the Conservatives further than helping them in the long run to power. Even if a coalition were to happen again, where would it make sense? In many areas, the Conservatives would benefit from appealing to centrist and Liberal Democrat voters rather than aligning with Reform UK. Braverman's strategy of leaning hard into the far-right vote could end up doing more harm than good. For now, Farage has shown no interest in working with the Conservatives, and it's unclear whether Braverman hopes to achieve what she hopes to achieve with her overtures. Reform UK seems more focused on sinking the Tories rather than collaborating with them. We know this. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. Do not forget to follow our Facebook page, and I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.